Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by SoundGrab Studios, brought to you by our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Me Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon paperback and ebook, coming soon, Missing 2, Double the Suspense, Double the Fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also brought to you by a sweet psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, including 30 exquisite paintings and King David Psalms. Check out the journey of life of David, sweet psalmist, keyword sweet psalmist, Serena Wagner. Amazon.com. Check it out today. Also support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, the MikeWagnerShow.com. Follow us on all socials, Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Also, LinkedIn, YouTube, Apple Music, BitChute, Rumble, and more. 50 podcast platforms, 110 countries. Check it out today. We're here with an amazing duo indie rock alternative band based in Oklahoma City with global energy. And also, they draw from classic alternative influences like The Cars, Jimmy Eat World, White Lies, Phoenix, the 1975, Inhaler, Coin, and more. Having numerous EPs and singles to enthusiasts and critical acclaim with a loyal following on Spotify, YouTube, and more. We talk about the release Neon Circuits and the Mission of Hope on Spectra Music Group. We'll be featuring Say Anything and Stand Deliver with a group we're here right now, live in Gentleman Plus Studios, beautiful downtown Oklahoma City. The amazing indie rock alternative band based in Oklahoma City. The multi-talented Blueprint Tokyo's Andrew Hale and Kevin Dawson. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi. It's good to be here. Thank you.
Well, it's great to have you on board, guys. You're an indie rock alternative band based in Oklahoma City with global energy. You guys draw from classic alternative influences like The Cars, Jimmy Eat World, White Lies, Phoenix, the 1975, and more. You had numerous EPs and singles to enthusiastic critical acclaim. You guys are on Spectrum Music right now. You'll be talking about the release Neon Circuits and the Mission of Hope featuring Say Anything, Stand Deliver, and so many other previous releases. And before we get to all that, tell us how you guys first got started.
Well, yeah, we've been playing together for quite a few years. Kevin was actually living up in Canada a couple of years ago, and right around the time that the pandemic happened, I started just kind of writing again, and started sharing things over the internet with him. And one thing led to another, and we started writing more stuff together. And all of a sudden, we had an EP, and then we had more songs, and eventually he moved back and moved back to Oklahoma City. And so, from there, we just kind of picked back up and started writing more and playing and going at it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yes. It was I was in Canada, like he said, and he started sending me music. I started feeling sparks with what he was sending, started working on the vocals. And we were just about the time to move back to Oklahoma City, but we had, I had something to look forward to, is getting back and working with Andy and putting this band together. So it's been a great trip so far.
And how'd you first were in Canada in the first place?
My wife's family is up there, and we decided to go up there and be around her family for a while. And it was in South Alberta.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And Andrew, you've been in the music scene. You're a guitarist of the group. And tell us how you first got started.
I've been playing since I was 14 or 15 or so, and have just sort of continued evolving that and developing my own style and take on all of that. And playing in bands since I was about 14 or 15, and I've gone through a lot of different styles and iterations of that. And met Kevin a number of years ago, and started a band, and that one got put on hold and sort of went away. And then we started Blueprint Tokyo.
Mm-hmm. And what was that one exact precise moment that simply influenced you or you doing the rest of your career?
I've got one. It would be when we started Blueprint Tokyo. Our first song we released was called Panic Carefully. And when we put that song together and finished it, I I could feel it, that there was more to come right then.
Okay. And then Kevin, you've been playing for some time as well, too, being on the guitars and vocals. And how'd you first get started?
Started off as a kid, playing a little bit of piano. Uh, like Andy, I started around 10 on 12 on guitar, started bands around same age, 15, 16, and really haven't been not been in a band, just evolving, getting better, working on different directions of music. But here we are with Blueprint.
Okay. And what was that one exact precise moment simply influenced you into what you do in the rest of your career?
Yeah, so probably when I was a kid, I played at a talent show, and it pretty much told me what I was going to do with the rest of my life is some kind of music, something to do with music.
Okay. That's really interesting. And who are some of your favorite singers, songwriters, and musicians growing up?
Oh yeah, start with the Beach Boys. My parents were older, so I listened to a lot of 50s and 60s music and found their record collection. Got into the 70s, so much different influence on me. Um, Led Zeppelin, of course, was an influence. Like I said, the Beach Boys, um, long list. What about you?
Yeah, a lot of the same sort of overlap with music there, but other bands, certainly bands from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, things like that. I mean, it's been that's really gone into everything that we've done as far as just kind of going into a musical blender, essentially, to sort of influence our writing and lyrics and music and everything like that we're doing. But yeah, certainly bands, Beach Boys, Pink Floyd, The Cure, The Cars, Jimmy Eat World, Smashing Pumpkins, lots of bands, different takes, different types of music, obviously, and stuff, but sort of taking bits and pieces that we like from all of that and putting it all together.
And of course, on the Beach Boys is a bigger influence now that Brian Wilson passed away as well, 82.
Sure, yeah, no,
Yes, yes.
that definitely sad to hear.
Hmm.
And certainly as well too. We'll talk about some of the other music making scene on Spectra Music. We'll talk about Neon Circuits and the Mission of Hope. We'll be playing Say Anything and Stand Deliver at the end of the audio interview. Other music and more with Andrew and Kevin at Blueprint Tokyo. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SoundWeb Studios. Visit online at SoundWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960 or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon, paperback, and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has got great reviews. And Eve Levin enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassie, Forrest Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Coming soon, Missing 2, Double the Expense, Double the Fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, including 30 quiz of pains and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives a new perspective of David through the Psalms he wrote and the times of shepherd where it started and complicated yet turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, hope, and more. Check out the Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com. 40 podcast platforms, heard in 100 countries. Take us with you on any mobile device and follow us on all socials, Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Facebook, LinkedIn, BitChute, Rumble, and more. And for great gifts like t-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies, Amazon.com. Keywords, the Mike Wagner Show podcast. Make sure you check it out today. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Great books, merchandise, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today. And support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We're here with the amazing duo indie rock alternative band based in Oklahoma City from Spectra Music Group, Blueprint Tokyo. Here, the Mike Wagner Show with Andrew Hale and Kevin Dawson. And before we talk about release, and I meant to ask you earlier, how did you first come up with the name Blueprint Tokyo?
So for Blueprint Tokyo, it was a name we came up with a number of years ago for another project and just didn't work at the time. But really for us, Blueprints Tokyo really came to mean, blueprints are precise and they're sort of perfect and they're really well constructed and built out. And then Tokyo for us was something that was vibrant and futuristic and colorful and bright. And so putting that together, we thought that really described the music that we're making, sort of very precise and well put together, but also bright and colorful and has an element of fun to it.
Hmm. And sounds like a lot of fun. Were you going to say something, Kevin?
Oh, no, sir. I was agreeing. Definitely agree with that.
Okay. And feel free to jump in, Kevin, anytime. It's like, don't be shy. I mean, we're here
Of
to have fun,
course.
so don't worry about
Of
that.
course. You got it.
You got it. So, yeah. And before we talk about our latest release, you had Panic Carefully, Only in America, and Slow Days. And tell us more about those releases.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, Panic Carefully was the first of our songs that we did. And there was multiple songs that we recorded at the time. We only released a few singles. Slow Days is got a special place in my heart. There's a video for it on YouTube. Uh, it's very unique to what we do. It's a little more spacey,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little spacey, but I just wanted to give that song Slow Days some love. Um, yeah, and we had I guess we had 5 song EP release.
Yeah, we had another EP and that was yeah, we sort of redid a bunch of those songs
Hmm.
and that formed the basis or part of the basis for the new full length album, uh, uh Neon Circuits and Mission of Hope. So yeah, since we re-recorded everything, sort of just recreated it, we decided to take that original down just with better, newer copies.
Yeah, so we've kind of compiled them all into one place for this full length here. We were kicking around a lot of songs. They just kept coming out, and they still are. We're still working on stuff, but feels really good to get that first bit released, and now we have our full length coming out.
Hmm. And that's certainly, you got some great work as well, too. You also have Replicants, you have Take My Breath, and A Whole New Life. And tell us more about those.
Yeah, Take My Breath. We did something new. We added a saxophone to it, and it's basically a song about falling in love, being an older. I was watching my father falling in love again, and I wrote "Take My Breath" about that scenario. A Whole New Life is. I was kind of coming up with the idea of that when I was moving to Oklahoma. Here I was starting with a whole new life and everything. So that's where that song came from.
Yeah, I think a lot of those songs really sort of are about transformation and moving on and the new experiences. Certainly with a whole new life. I had just recently gotten married, and
Yeah.
Kevin was moving back to Oklahoma, and so that sort of is a common thread that weaves through a lot of the songs in our on our album. Frankly, is sort of that storytelling aspect.
Okay. And plus, you also have Mission Control, Closed Door Drama. And I like that one. And tell us about those.
Well, yeah, closed door drama. I think it's about witnessing people's drama when you're a kid, like other houses, things are happening, keep the door closed, keep the drama in the door.
Yeah,
It was just a reflection on that. What was our other song?
Mission Control.
Mission Control. Yeah, that's like that one is about uh
I mean, it's frankly sort of about the growing up, maturing, sort of experiencing, some of that sort of stuff from a new vantage point. Seeing sort of the one of the lines in the song is "Live, Laugh, Love," which you can find on so many things these days. And so
Oh my gosh. I mean, feeling more like Sleep, Kill, Hiss. That's a Casper song, too.
yeah,
So,
so
that
we decided to sort of take it and rebrand it as part of as a line in the song, just to sort of
for that reason, what you're talking about, the overused
yeah, sure.
thing. But yeah, really enjoyed recording those 2 songs.
hmm, certainly as well, too. And plus, you also had Stranger Things, Invisible Year, and Dragons as well. And more about that.
Sure, let's start with Invisible Year. That was the whole idea came from, again, COVID. We're all living these invisible lives, not leaving, getting, so that was Invisible Year, basically. And the last song,
Dra- Dragons.
Dragons. Dragons, yeah, that's about being young, going out into the world and, facing a dragon on your first day at sea, sort of a thing, having to maneuver through all that in life.
Hmm. And I think we encounter many dragons as well too. And of course, you can elaborate more and everything else. You guys seem to have common friend, but there's only hearts. You also have take me any place, and also connected lines, and more about that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, with connected lines, actually, I will go with Take Me Any Place. Yeah, really, I mean that was one of our kind of earliest songs, and so we decided to it's about dating your spouse essentially.
Yeah, and you're taking I also think of it like you're just taking a stroll on a Sunday, just living in the moment, but watching this movie like experience happening around you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was a real sort of driving song in terms of like actually just getting in the car and just being able to drive and just have it be one of those sort of summer night songs that you might hear on the radio or something, and so that was really the sort of the vibe we were going for, and the feel for how it's presented, just with that sort of driving synth line and the bass and guitar and stuff like that with it.
Hmm. And plus, you also have as well too with transfer infused and sailor girl. I like that one. Tell us about those.
yeah, so transfer, it's really looking at your life and uh, wanting certain things from, the past family members or somebody to, just say they love you no matter what.
Hmm.
And it's kind of what the song is. You're longing to be loved and longing to have that feeling as you did when you were a kid, you felt safe and everything. So that's kind of where transfer takes us. Um, Sailor Girl, that's just a fun song. Again, we have a saxophone in it. And that's a song that you just want to put on and dance and hang out with,
Hmm.
It's fast moving.
Yeah. And then infused. Yeah, so I mean, Kevin had a great childhood and a really interesting childhood growing up on being able to grow up on a campground,
Yeah, I grew up.
on a literal campground.
My dad was a ranger. That's so
Yeah, yeah. So and so part of it's kind of retelling parts of that and some of the things that you experience whenever you grew up in that sort of life.
yeah, yeah. It's run around all this acreage of camping and all that. I would say that you definitely captured the explanation there with
Yeah.
that.
Now, is this all up in Canada that you're doing a lot of the camping, Kevin?
In Canada, everybody has a camper, and you just see it roll out on Friday everywhere. And we definitely had our camper and spent a lot of time camping. Very beautiful, as you can imagine. It's big mountains.
Okay, and plus, you've probably done some as well too, Andrew.
A little bit. I mean, I was in the. It's been a minute since I've gone camping, but I was in the Boy Scouts like most folks, and we did our camping all over the place, and so all different levels. Some nicer than others. So
Hmm. And certainly did as well too. And we'll be talking about the other two songs we'll be playing at the end of the audio interview. We encourage you to do that. Say anything, stand and deliver with Blueprint Tokyo. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SoundCloud Studios. Brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Me and Most Missing. The Sweet Psalms by Serena Wagner, based on the life of Dave, including 30 Squares of Pains and King David Psalms. Amazon.com, keyword Sweet Psalms Serena Wagner. We'll be back with you, Melton, Andrew Hale, and Kevin Dawson of Blueprint Tokyo after this time out. We're back at Andrew Hale and Kevin Dawson, Blueprint Tokyo from Spectra Music Group here in the Mike Wagner Show. And let's talk about the release, Say Anything, will be playing at the end from Neon Circuits and the Mission of Hope. Tell us more about that song and what inspired you to write Say Anything.
yeah, so Say Anything was a song it's gone through a lot of different iterations, but the original idea came together pretty quickly. Zeroing in on sort of the storyline aspect of it was a really interesting thing. Sort of about those key experiences that you have as a teenager, young adult, things like that, watching scary movies, hanging out with friends, sort of having those youthful moments, and just the camaraderie that comes along with that.
Yeah, that's it. My original thought was seeing kids gathered together watching a horror movie, and that song just came, being young, youthful with your buddies. So the ideas really came from there and started growing, turned into what it is now.
Oh my gosh, I think about horror movies. What are some of the horror movies you watched? What was your favorite one?
Oh my God.
Oh boy. You know, I think the classics, the Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Streets are still sort of my favorite. Even the worst ones are still pretty good.
Yeah, there's a deep cut for anybody listening. It's called Sleepaway Camp. And I lived at a camp, so that movie just terrified me. But another one of my favorite stories is Stephen King's It, and that movie that
Oh yes, yes. You had the clown. You had the little kid who was at Brandon Crane or something like that. Yes.
and such a fan of that. I have about three songs with Stephen King's It references in there.
Which one's your favorite one? What stood up from the movie for you?
There's a line called Deadlights, and it says basically the deadlights are coming for you when you see the deadlights, and I use that line Deadlights in a song we have.
Okay. And then how about some of your other ones too? It's like what stood out for you for Stephen King?
What are some other songs that have Stephen King lines in it?
Oh, let's see. Gosh, I have to look at the lyrics again. I'm sorry, I feel embarrassed. Let's see. I think it was Stranger Things.
Yes, yeah, Stranger Things is a good one. Obviously has kind of a cheeky title to it. Yeah, as we were doing it, it sort of sounded like it was in that same universe basically. But yeah, so uh, yeah, but those sort of spooky Stephen King-esque elements are something we like to try to
Yeah,
inject as little Easter eggs, I guess you might call it.
and I've thought
Hmm.
of the other song, but it's not released yet.
Yeah,
Only in January. That was it.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
maybe you'll
yeah,
hear that down the road.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you back on. We'll talk about hunting in January, but right now let's talk about Stand and Deliver. We'll be playing that as well. Tell us more about that song and what inspired to write it.
Yeah, I when it was put together, Andy, the piano is just beautiful. So it moved me. I was in a situation in my life where I was needing to like get up and get healthy, get moving again. So that's kind of what the line of stand and deliver came from. It's telling myself to get up, let's go, let's make things happen, you know. Um, and it ends with a triumph in this song. You have this situation happening at the beginning, at the end, it's fun. He's had a New Year's Eve party, everything's fine, starting a new year, everything's gonna work out.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that we try to inject those real life stories and life experiences and things like that into our music and ultimately try to remain relatively hopeful and optimistic in
Yes.
in most of the songs. You can always everybody has their dark moments and negative things that you can still sort of weave in. But yeah, that's one thing that we've just sort of we didn't really set out to do that, but it just sort of accidentally came out and it's been working for us. So
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Seems like that. And what else you base your lyrics on most songs?
There's always a bit of truth in there. You start off with uh, speaking out something and it just comes out. And once you get the heart of the song together, you can really work around it to see what kind of story you're going to tell.
Hmm.
yeah,
So that's a lot of the times what happens there.
yeah, definitely some are much more realistic and others are definitely more storytelling that we've come up with. But yeah, we like fiction, we like nonfiction. autobiographies, and anything like that. So
Anything's possible.
yeah.
Oh, okay. What are some of your favorite nonfiction, fiction books, and how was your favorite authors? This is interesting.
Oh,
Oh,
uh, I'm a I'm really a fan. I'm honestly kind of a nerd at that. And I'm a fan of biographies. That's what I'm like, could be entertainers, could be presidents, could be ex-presidents, anybody and everybody. That's sort of my thing that I'm really into when if I'm going to be reading a book.
Okay.
yeah. Well, for me, it's mostly a children's book because I have two kids. And so, yeah, I'm not certain what my favorite book would be. Christine, I read that when I was young, by back to Stephen King, Christine, and that's kind of has a place in my heart. I turn to it every now and then.
Mhm.
Okay. Just like the what was it, 19, what was it, 59, 60, 61.
1984.
Yeah, that's the one. The Fury. I remember that. I remember the car itself being that model too. So that's what stood out for me right there. And of course, just one more as well too. And if there's other music we haven't covered, if there's songs we haven't touched on, tell us more about some of those.
I think we touched on replicants maybe.
Yeah, Replicants. That's what I thought we were talking about. Replicants is a song we have, and the chorus line is 1984. It's uh, it's really fun to sing because it's just a rapid fire of all these things from your childhood. Uh,
Yeah, and it's sort of on the surface, it's you can look at it purely as a nostalgic sort of thing of referencing all these things, but I think if you look at it more the broader context for the overall album, or even just as a broader kind of commentary on things, looking back at that sort of stuff from a viewpoint of now, is it still positive? It's kind of it's up to the listener to decide how they want to take it.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And were you going to say something else, Kevin, too, or?
No, I was just going to agree with that. Yeah, 1984 hope or replicants is what we call it. Yeah, I hope to hear some good feedback from some people out there on that. It's been getting it's tracking.
Mhm.
People are liking it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm excited to see how well it does.
Okay. Well, certainly looking forward to that. Where can we find all your music, guys?
Yeah, we're in all the streaming providers, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Napster. Basically, if it streams music, it's out there, and then they can always get all those links from our website, which is just blueprinttokyo.com.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the website again?
Blueprinttokyo.com.
All right. Well, certainly check that out. We're with Andrew Hale, Kevin Dawson, Blueprint Tokyo from Spectra Music Group here on the Mike Wagner Show. Again, we'll be playing Say Anything, Stand Deliver at the end of the audio interview. We encourage everybody to check those out. And what else can we expect from you guys in 2025 and beyond?
Shows, and more shows. We're going to be playing nonstop this year.
Yep, doing that, and then at some point we'll obviously sit down and finish some of the music we've been working on, and put out another EP album, something like that, some kind of release of music. But yeah, we're out there supporting our Neon Circuits and the Mission of Hope album right now, and really want to see that move.
All right. Well, certainly check that out. And who do you consider biggest influence in the careers?
Mm.
Uh, Boy, that's tough.
I mean, for me, there's a lot of people. Musically, I've lots of musical influences, but I had a lot of educators. My parents certainly, all that growing up. I think that's probably the proper answer there. But yeah, I mean, anybody who's supported me, given me kind words, congratulations, good advice, they've certainly helped shape who I am today.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the same as me. I have a lot of friends, family,
Mhm.
people that supported me over the years, people that let us sleep on couches and floors, you know, when we're playing shows, you know how that goes. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just a lot of people over the years that's really touched us and helped us out.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Just do what you love.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think staying true to yourself and not compromising on your internal morals that everybody should ideally have. And just again, stay true to yourself.
Yeah, and make sure you enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy it, you better quit.
Mhm.
Right, exactly. I think that's really good advice at this time. We're here with Blueprint Tokyo's Andrew Hale and Kevin Dawson from Spectra Music Group here on the Mike Wagner Show. Guys, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Learned a lot. Looking forward to having soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Live have you back. And what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music?
Yeah, blueprinttokyo.com is the best place. They can contact us there. We're on all the social media platforms. You can order merch from our websites. You stream music on Spotify, Apple Music, etc. And yeah, we'd love to see people at shows and getting streaming music and being fans.
Yeah, we'd love to get some messages.
Okay, we'll certainly do that as well. Once again, guys, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Live have you back. We wish you all best. And guys, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thanks so much,
Thank you.
Mike.